Hi everyone, welcome to this Healthy Living webinar. My name is Brian Roes. Hi everyone, welcome to this Healthy Living webinar. My name is Brian Roes, and we are going to have an awesome conversation with two fantastic couples tonight. Two couples on a mission to live healthy lives and to inspire healthy living around the world. So I'd like to introduce first Kate and Tim Draper. Hi guys.
Hi, everybody.
Kate and Tim live up in Medina, New York, and they have an amazing story. You guys are going to get to hear it in a second. And also, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Dan and Miss Julie Ames. Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. So glad to be here.
Dan and Julie live in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and you may have seen some of their positive experiences on Facebook, but just awesome stories. Both Dan and Julie and Kate and Tim, and we're really honored to have them here tonight. This webinar is sponsored and hosted by the Juice Plus Company, and the Juice Plus Company. Very simply, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And so much about healthy living has to do with what you put in your mouth. You know, there's important things like eating the right type of food, moving your body, sleeping the right amount, drinking water, and not stressing, managing all of those aspects of your life. And the one that we really have so much control over, but is sometimes a challenge, is the food that we eat. And everybody knows that we're supposed to be eating lots of fruits and vegetables, right? I mean, we all heard that growing up. Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables. But it's hard to do. And the Juice Plus Company has found some innovative ways to help people get more fruits and vegetables. One way is we have a really cool machine that grows vegetables right on your back patio. It's called the Tower Garden. And if you'd like to check it out, just go to towergarden.com sometime after this webinar and look at it. It's beautiful. It's an aeroponic garden, and it just grows machines without it grows vegetables without any soil. It's awesome. We also have a product called the Juice Plus Complete Shake, and it looks like this. There's chocolate and vanilla, and this is whole food nutrition in a shake, so you can mix it up for breakfast or for a workout drink or whatever. And my personal favorite Juice Plus product are the Juice Plus capsules. The red, green, and purple capsules. This is vegetables and fruits and berries that are in capsule form. It's brilliant technology. These fruits and vegetables are grown, and at the peak of ripeness, they're picked. Now, they're herbicide-free, pesticide-free. This is a kosher product. It's NSF certified, which means that the only thing that's in this bottle is exactly what's written on the label. So there's a lot of peace of mind that you can have with this. Those fruits and vegetables are picked, they're slurried up, and then the water and the sugar are removed, and that powder that's left is nutrient dense, and we put that in capsules, and when you take the capsules with a glass of water, it reconstitutes it in your body, and it's just like you were able to juice all of those fruits and vegetables. So, pretty awesome stuff. And the research is second to none. It's the most researched nutritional product on the market today. And because of that research, we know what it does in the body. And the stories you're going to hear are a result of exactly that. The stories you're going to hear are a result of the science in our bloodstream, making a difference in our bodies. So I'd like to ask a few questions here. We're going to start with Kate and Tim. Guys, could you tell us about your Juice Plus experience? How did you hear about it? Why were you attracted to it? What was it like for you as a family?
Well, we heard about Juice Plus from Deanne and Brian Roes.
What's up?
And yep, and we were at a point, well, I was at a point as a mother with a young son at home who had a lot of health issues. He had 2 to 3 ear infections a month, bad eczema, and he had, yes, horrible constipation. He would go 10 days without going to the bathroom, and it got to a point where we had to take him to the hospital because we didn't know what to do anymore. And I had remembered Deanne telling me a few years back about Juice Plus, and so I reached out to her, and I just I asked her, what is this Juice Plus you've been talking about? You know, just kind of asking about it. And the science and the research she showed me really kind of propelled me to make a decision. And I talked to Tim about it, and I said, why don't we try it? It's not going to hurt. You know, we've tried antibiotics, we've tried everything else that the doctors have given us an idea to use for him. Why not try this as well? And I was so thrilled that after 2 months of our son Gavin taking the chewables, he had no eczema, he hadn't had an ear infection, and he was going to the bathroom regularly. And he's been on them for 2 years now, and he has not been sick in 2 years. And that whole food nutrition that his body is getting every day, I'm so thankful as a parent that I know my son is getting that. And for my youngest son now, he has always been very tiny in stature, and up until his second birthday, he was only about, what, 18 to 19 pounds. And we weighed him the other day, and he weighs 26 pounds now, and the kid enjoys at least one shake a day, and he really loves them. And, you know, the protein-packed complete shakes he really enjoys those a lot. And the chewies, yeah. He doesn't enjoy them as much, I don't know why, but he loves the shakes, so I just break some capsules in there and we're good to go. But as for me, taking the capsules, you know, in the beginning it was more of looking for it for my son, and then realizing, why am I not? You know, why am I not taking it? It's good nutrition in my body, and Tim and I have talked about this. He'll probably say the same thing, that we're normally very healthy people. We don't have a lot of issues with our health, but you know what? I'm going to let Tim speak on that.
Okay. My story isn't as drastic or in depth, but I'm more of like a meat and potatoes kind of person, so I might not eat a lot of vegetables in a day. So it's nice to know what I'm getting in my, in my system. So I'll just pop my Juice Plus every morning or every night, depending on if I forget. And it's nice to know if I have fruits and vegetables in my system without actually having to eat them. But I like fruits and vegetables. I just don't make them that often. So it's nice to know what I'm getting in my nutrition. And as for the shakes, I love the shakes. I love putting the PB2 in there. And Finley and I will usually share a shake or two a day. And it's great to know that I'm getting 100% fruits and vegetables, without having to make it, and just, it's second nature now.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But,
I have to remind him most of the time.
Well, I'm a shift worker, so with shift work, I eat breakfast at 5 or 6 in the morning, and by 9 o'clock, I'm usually kind of hungry, so I'll have a shake put together at work in my fridge. And I'll make a shake at 9 o'clock, and it'll hold me over till lunch. So it's kind of a good, kind of an in-between meal supplement for me.
Well, I have to say, with his shift work, oftentimes when he comes home at 5 in the morning after doing a 12-hour overnight, he will get 4 hours of sleep and have energy throughout the day. I mean, and not that that's the best amount of sleep to get, but sometimes you have 2 little kids at home and you've got to do what you have to do with your children. And sometimes he only gets 4 hours, and I really believe that the nutrition that he's getting in his body is providing them the energy to get to the evening to really get a good night's sleep. But we love it. We're lifers, and we're going to enjoy it for the rest of our life. So that's our story.
That's awesome. And Kate, I know, Tim, you said you do shift work. Kate, you are a high school coach, correct?
Yes, I coach basketball and volleyball.
Okay, so tell me just a little bit about how you see this fitting in with maybe there's parents out there whose children are also athletes at some level. How do you see this fitting into that regimen for those students, those children?
It would be amazing to get these athletes not only on the chewables but on the shakes, because I see a lot of my girls, what do they call it, powering up before a game, and I'll see them pop a 5-hour energy or a Red Bull that's just packed with really disgusting sugars. And, you know, I've warned them. I said, you're going to have a hard crash and you're not going to feel good. And they're like, well, what else am I supposed to do for energy? And, you know, I go into fruits, vegetables, proteins, making sure you're filling your body with that. And it could be so good for these kids. You know, a lot of these kids who are getting school lunches that aren't nutrient dense, to have that every single day would be so beneficial. You know, that's something we need to break into, is those athletes, those teenage athletes that really need that nutrition. We're having, you know, less sick days from school, so we have our athletes at our games more often. And first and foremost, getting our coaches to realize that, you know, my fellow employee coaches to realize what we need to do for our athletes.
Yeah, well, that's great. You know, and maybe, who knows, maybe some of them will see this webinar and will
I hope
understand
so.
what it is. Yeah. You know, well, you mentioned something important. The children, the students, when they take the Juice Plus, it really can be a family thing, because with the Juice Plus company, we have a program called the Children's Health Study Program. And with this program, when an adult orders Juice Plus, either the red and green or the red, green, and purple for themselves, a child will receive Juice Plus also free of charge for the sponsoring adult. All they pay is shipping. And that actually will last for up to 4 years. And the age range is 4 years old up to high school or full-time college students as well. So really, it can be a family journey together. And I think that, you know, Kate, you really struck something earlier when you said, why am I not taking this? You know, parents usually think of their children first, but the most important thing we can give our children is us in good health with the energy that we need to parent them effectively. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Awesome, thank you. Dan and Julie, hey guys.
Hey,
so
Brian.
I'd like to hear your story. Tell us what's been going on. Tell us your Juice Plus story.
Well, thank you, Brian, for giving us an opportunity to share our story. I heard about Juice Plus about 2 years ago from Brian and Deanne Roes. And it made sense to me because I knew that I wasn't getting enough fruits and vegetables in my diet, and it couldn't come at a better time. I had just been diagnosed a year prior with high cholesterol, and already being in my mid-30s, I was on 2 full-strength blood pressure pills that were at the max dosage. And now being high cholesterol, my doctor wanted me to go on cholesterol meds. So here I am in my mid-30s and thinking, I'm already turning into a pharmacy because I'm already taking these medications to help control my health. And I had already tried diet and exercise, and that did nothing to my numbers. And actually, you know, my HDL was like, low is like 39 or under. I was at 26, and which is really bad for your good cholesterol. It needs to be above 39. And so my doctor was really concerned because of heart disease running in my family. And I had heard about Juice Plus before, but wasn't ready to jump in. But it came just right at the perfect time because I started Lipitor, and which after 3 days of taking it, we ended up stopping the medication because I was having really bad side effects to it. My arms and my legs would go numb at a moment's notice. We were driving down the road, and I couldn't even feel my arms while we were driving down the highway. And my heart would race, and I wouldn't be able to sleep at night because I would get like restless leg syndrome, and it made me feel awful. And Julie was just like, honey, you got to stop taking this. And so we called up Brian, and he just said, well, you know, we said, what do you have? And he said, well, it's just fruits and vegetables. It's not going to hurt. And so we went on it, and our son Gavin at the same time was a part of the free child health study, and he got his chewables right along with me. And right away we started noticing some changes. I had more energy. I didn't really expect to have more energy, but after 3 weeks, you know, I didn't have to take a nap in the afternoon, and I didn't have to have that 4 o'clock coffee. And as a teacher, I needed my energy all day. And, I think my last block class really thanks me now because I'm not irritable like I was because I was so tired. But with Gavin, we noticed that his eczema went away. We had struggled with eczema with him for years, and we were putting a $400 steroid cream on him to control it. And Julie would be in tears because she knew that this was like changing the pigment of his skin. So to see his eczema go away was just amazing. So we noticed that right off the bat. And then about 9 months into our journey with Juice Plus, I also realized I'm not getting sick. All my kids are getting strep and all that stuff, and Gavin and I were just healthy as can be, not getting anything. And so I went to the doctor and had my blood work checked. And I had stopped taking the Lipitor because it was having such an adverse reaction. And my doctor was like, wow, it looks like the Lipitor is doing really good for you. And I said, I'm sorry I didn't tell you that, but we're not doing the Lipitor. And yeah, big whoops. By the way, I'm not following directions. But she said, well, what are you taking? She said, an herbal supplement or a vitamin? And I said, no, it's not an herbal supplement and it's not a vitamin. It's whole food. It's fruits and vegetables. It's called Juice Plus. And so she began to share, or I began to share with her about what Juice Plus was. And she says, well, whatever it is, I want you to keep taking that because your cholesterol has dropped almost 30 points. And mind you, through that year, I did not exercise. My eating habits were terrible. We got extremely busy. And so I was only taking my Juice Plus, and that dropped my cholesterol 30 points. And then after that, we just realized that this was doing such a great thing in my body. And Gavin, Julie was like, wait a minute.
I want some.
And Julie, struggles with Hashimoto's disease, and she noticed right away, with Hashimoto's patients, lethargy, not having energy. She had a lot of inflammation in her joints, where she couldn't work out, and she was, tired, and weight loss was very difficult. And so she's like, I need to go on this. And what she ended up finding out is she had even more energy as well, and she started losing weight, which was so extremely hard for her. And so we joined a healthy living club and drank the shakes and the capsules. And after a year of doing more things, I lost 50 pounds. Julie lost over 30 pounds. Yeah. And my cholesterol, my triglycerides have dropped over 100 points. And so we are just so thrilled that this was introduced to our life because we know that it's making a huge difference in our family.
And not only seeing the medical benefits, but the other reason that I wanted to get started was because it made such sense to me. I knew that I was not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and what I was eating was always the same thing. Lettuce, baby carrots, tomatoes, maybe some cucumbers, like potatoes every now and then. And so what I really loved was that with the Juice Plus capsules, I could get a variety of other things that I normally would not eat that I know are good for my body, like beets and papaya. I don't eat those things on a daily basis. I don't even know how to pick a papaya from the produce section, okay? Do you want a firm one, a squishy one? I don't even know. So it's really easy with the Juice Plus capsules because I just take my capsule and I'm getting this variety of 30 different fruits and vegetables, and I love that that's so easy to do.
Wow, that's awesome. You guys, let's take a second. I have a video that shows Juice Plus. It shows a little bit about it. Let's just take a few minutes and watch this video. It's about 3 minutes long, and we'll see you guys in just a minute, okay? So let me turn it on.
I know for my family, we do not get the fruits and vegetables we need because we are so busy and we are constantly trying to do what's convenient and easy. And so that's where Juice Plus has really come in and helped our family.
It's a great way to get more fruits and vegetables, and you could look at it as a healthy fast food option. Now we have our complete smoothie that takes maybe 5 minutes to make in the morning.
And it's nutrition on the go, and now we have the bars, which is even better.
And the tower garden where I can eat my fruits and vegetables off my patio fresh.
I use everything that belongs to Juice Plus. I love the trio, the Orchard, Garden, and Vineyard capsules, because that's my insurance policy.
I have 2 smoothies every single day, and to the smoothies I add my trio blend of Vineyard and Garden and Orchard.
I use gummies for a healthy snack, and I have a tower garden so I can grow good health on my deck as well.
Whether you love Juice Plus, whether you love tower gardens, whether you love the complete, you have something for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or if you're 99.
Your body knows good stuff. Juice Plus surpasses that.
It goes beyond just the capsules or beyond the chewables. It goes beyond complete. It really has to do with what kind of food are you eating and
discovering what does health mean to me.
The Juice Plus products are just a doorway to people creating a healthier lifestyle
and making it easy for people to get on the road to healthier living.
Juice Plus is raw, vine-ripened fruits and vegetables in a capsule or a gummy. I like to call it a salad bar in a capsule. And it's the most thoroughly researched nutritional name brand product on the planet.
I'm a physical therapist, and so the science behind Juice Plus is important to me. But when you combine the science with what it's actually doing in people's lives, it's a no-brainer.
And that really helped me, because when you go into stores, there's shelves and shelves of product and you don't even know what it is. If it's what's in the capsule or the tablet, you have no clue. With Juice Plus, you know.
People want to know. People want to feel better. And they want something simple and doable and easy. And, you know, we get so tired of all these diets and lifestyle plans that are so complicated with pages and pages you have to follow. And this is easy.
You know, life is just crazy, busy, fast-paced world now, and so it's just nice to have an answer like Juice Plus where we can get something that's convenient and simple, because so many times we're just looking for a really fast fix, and you can't get much faster than capsules and soft chews and getting it down quickly. So you don't have to worry about your kids not liking the taste, because there's no taste. You just swallow a capsule. So you don't have to worry about how am I going to prepare this or hide it or be all clever. It's just like, take your Juice Plus.
The fact that it's an easy, simple way for me to get this in my body every single day without thinking about it.
I don't know how much simpler it could get that they actually did the work for us and I don't have to juice.
I don't always have time to chop and dice and slice and clean and all of that. So Juice Plus is a lifesaver.
Where can you go in life and get that? I go to bed every night and go, thank you, Juice Plus.
Welcome back. I'm sorry if that video got cut off there. I will put the link below on the YouTube video so you can watch it if you'd like to finish that off. But you guys, I'd like to take just the last few minutes and share, have our 4 guests share about the transition that you had from using Juice Plus and seeing that transformation in your own family to deciding to partner with the Juice Plus company and then help inspire others to start making healthy changes with whole food nutrition. So Kate, would you tell us a little bit about that transition for you?
Yeah, it was, I mean, I started the business and the product at the same time because amidst the conversation I had had with Deanne about the product, she felt bold enough to say, hey, what about the business? And she had read a few of my posts about really having the desire to be back home with my children. You know, I had a little newborn at that point, or no, when I talked to her, I was pregnant with a little one, and I was working at a bank. It was really not fun dealing with people and their money, and so I said, you know, I had a talk with Tim about it and just kind of asked his opinion. What do you think about this? And you know, I remember him telling me, I can see that this is something that you could really go with. I mean, I was a coach, you know, I played a lot of sports and I love health and nutrition. It's what I studied in college. And he just said, let's go for it. It's $50, you know, let's do it. And so we started it right away with the product. And, you know, the transition from for me, from starting the business, that little aspect to really getting to the mindset of I have something that could help so many mothers, because that's where I started from, was a point of a desperate mother just wanting her kid to be healthy. And the fact that I had something in my hands that could help so many other moms and families become so much healthier, it made me have this sense of security in the company that I'm working with, and our community of people that I get to be with and do webinars with on a day-to-day basis. It's so incredible to have these people a part of my life, and this business has given me such a sense of worth. Where sometimes as a stay-at-home mom, sometimes you don't feel like you're giving back as much as you could. And now that I've had this business as part of my life, it's just, my self-esteem, my self-worth, everything has just gone up. And I truly feel blessed as, being a part of this family. I feel like God has really propelled me to really love this business and what we stand for. It's just amazing being a mom on a mission. It's awesome.
That's great. Tim, is there anything you'd like to add?
Sure, yeah. I'm kind of more of the supportive husband role. I don't have too much play in the business aspect yet. I'm still in that transition, I guess, because I do have some people at work, I think, who would really benefit from the product of Juice Plus. I know there's some health issues with some of those guys, and I think it would, with all of them being on shift work, it would be huge benefit to them. And like my wife was saying, she's always been interested in nutrition and fitness, and when she knew she could stay at home with the kids and maybe possibly make a little extra money, and also just bring this product out to other men and women who needed it, I told her, yeah, go for it. If it's going to make you happy and if it's going to make you a healthier person, by all means, go ahead and, the $50 is nothing for, your health. So
and there's so much to be said about doing this business with a supportive spouse or partner or whomever it is, because I couldn't do it on a day-to-day basis without the amazing support of him, coming alongside of me and being a part of this with me. Whether it's doing the business or not, he's still encouraging me and blessing me every single day by just being there and being a part of it.
Right. I love it. I get to work with my spouse as well, sharing Juice Plus, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It really draws you together in a unique way. Dan and Julie, you guys are obviously you're sharing Juice Plus together as a couple. You're both teachers, although I think there's been some changes with that recently because of the book. Go ahead and share your story with us.
Absolutely. Well, we began as customers, and it wasn't until about a year after being on the product that we decided to jump on board with sharing it as a business opportunity, and really solely because Juice Plus transformed our family so radically. How could we not share that with other people? We lived our journey very publicly, and people noticed on the outside how things had changed for us, and everybody wanted to know what we were doing. And so it just made sense to us to have these products in our hands and to be able to offer hope to people. People who are just looking for a simple solution, whether they have a disease or asthma or allergies, eczema. I mean, the list can go on and on. Or even if it's somebody who's already very, very health-minded, they still benefit from Juice Plus because, again, it's that variety of fruits and vegetables that we don't normally get on a daily basis. So the business made sense because it's a product that everybody can benefit from. Nobody's excluded. Young, old, fat, skinny, healthy, unhealthy, everybody needs Juice Plus. And so, so we've been sharing it now as a business for about a year, a little over a year. And within the last year, we've seen an amazing transformation in our family's finances. I've been able to resign my job as a teacher in the public education system and come home, which I'm so happy to do. We now homeschool our son. And that's solely made possible because of our Juice Plus paycheck. It pays our mortgage and it covers other bills in our house. And what I loved the most is that it gives us more options. It gives us the ability to say yes to things, like traveling up to New York for a weekend to see some crazy people like Kate and Tim and a bunch of other quirky people up there. So we're so thankful for the opportunity to share from our heart a product that we love, and the fact that we get paid to do it is just icing on the cake.
And also, one thing that we have found being a part of this wonderful business, even better behind the business is the company behind the business.
Absolutely.
The company of Juice Plus really has a mission to inspire healthy living, and just being a lighthouse for around the world. And the company is just amazing. The community of people that we have met is like second to none, and just the top-notch, you know, the way that the company is run, the way that everything is done to excellence, and the research and everything is just top-notch, and we couldn't be partnering with a better company.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I totally agree. I totally agree. I love the company. I love the journey. I love our team, the people we get to work with as well. So thank you, guys. This has been amazing. Listen, if you're watching this webinar, someone thought of you. Unless you somehow stumbled across it online, somebody invited you to this webinar because they care about you. They want you to know the option that you have if you're not yet taking Juice Plus or using the complete shakes, or even just making one small, simple change in your life. Someone thought of you. And what I encourage you to do is to go back to that person who invited you to this webinar or to watch this video if you're watching the replay, and share with them your thoughts. Tell them what you like about it, and if you have any questions, ask them, because we would love to see you take a step in the right direction to go to better health. You could walk away from this and just say, you know what? I'm just going to make one simple change. I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables. And you know, that's great. That's a great place to start. You may see the value in Juice Plus like we did, and you may decide, hey, I want to add that to my diet. I want my children to take Juice Plus. If that's the case, like I said, go back to the person who shared this with you. Or you may be thinking of people who you wish would be able to see this video. You may have a mission-driven heart where you really want others to be healthy as well. And for you, for those people, this might be a good fit. You may want to come and join with us and help us share healthy living around the world. And if that's the case, the person who invited you to this webinar, they can help you and tell you a little bit more about it to see if it's a good fit. But whatever you do, you guys, live this mission. Live a healthy lifestyle, encourage other people, and just stick with it. One simple change at a time will really compound, and over time you're going to see some incredible health changes for yourself. So I'd like to see, Kate and Tim, do you guys have any closing thoughts before we go tonight?
We are just so happy we got to do this. We love you all, and thank you. This is awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan, Julie.
All we can just say, we just have a lot of gratitude for what has been shared with our family. And just for those people that are watching this, you know, take a leap, and you won't regret it. You won't regret the choice of adding Juice Plus to be a part of your life.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And I would also like to thank our American Sign Language interpreter, Tammy Thrasher. Down here, you guys can see her. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. It's wonderful because we're able to share this with our friends also in the deaf community as well. So you guys, we're going to have an incredible webinar on Wednesday night. After this is over, you'll automatically be forwarded to the registration page. We're going to have two moms on a mission, two women who are powerful, powerful spokespeople for health and wellness, Jamie Kinsey and Denise Romney. So if you've ever heard either of those women speak, you know you'll be blown away, but we have both of them on Wednesday night. So we're going to close up this webinar. Have a great night, and I encourage you to go ahead and get registered for Wednesday night's webinar as well. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.